a statue spell that sends creatures into stone sleep. I want you to cast it. On me.
My Little Pony is a show for little girls. There's no way dark elements could possibly be there, right? Right? You're about to watch Pony, and we're counting down our picks for the top 10 dark moments in MLP you've never noticed. For this list, we're looking at moments that look harmless at first, but then afterwards you realize a much darker conclusion.
Throw me another rope! You got fits? Wait!
All of these moments are real from the show, but the true intent and meaning is not official or confirmed by the staff, so don't take anything you see here too seriously. Also, we're not including the slender pony found in the background or Pinkie Pie going crazy, since those moments are things people have noticed, and already have enough coverage. Number 10. Pony of Shadows Cliffhanger. Long time ago in Season 4, Castlemania featured a story passed down from Granny Smith. It tells of certain magic that was left behind from Nightmare Moon, and it manifests into the Pony of Shadows.
Nightmare Moon was banished? Not every last bit of her dark magic went with her.
The episode went on to reveal nothing, until you see the shadowy figure with no explanation to why it's there. There was no answer to this question, until finally in Season 7, we see it was a corrupted Stygian. The story may not be too far-fetched, however. What if there was dark magic left by Nightmare Moon that found its way to corrupt Stygian? Maybe we'll know in 3 seasons, or maybe never. Number 9. Flutterbat's Fang. Probably one of the least explained mysteries of the show. Fluttershy flashes a fang at the end of Bats, an episode where Fluttershy became part vampire fruit bat due to a spell mishap by Twilight. In that episode, Fluttershy became obsessed with apples and would go into full bat pony mode, a state where she has no control over herself and no memory of what she did. This is extremely concerning, since Fluttershy doesn't seem entirely cured, and maybe could explain why the mobile game has all 6 ponies as bat ponies. As cool as they look, having ponies be in a state where they don't remember or control themselves on certain nights wouldn't be a very safe thing. Number 8. An actual Ursa Major. Probably one of the first moments in the show's history where you see something genuinely terrifying. Ghostbusters had a lot of talk about a certain creature called the Ursa Major.
Tell us about how you vanquished the Ursa Major!
When we see the Ursa Major, it turns out to be an Ursa Minor. But when they ask what an Ursa Major looks like, we see this.
You don't want to know.
Having this creature be as destructive as it was as a baby was scary. Then we see how big it will get, and the fact that they're in caves that ponies can easily walk into makes this extremely dangerous. And if you don't believe us, just ask Tempest. Number 7. Fluttershy kills a Changeling. This moment is truly a blink or miss moment. During the season finale, the cutie remark, in the alternate future where changelings defeated the ponies, Zecora led a small resistance, where everyone is kill or be killed.
All servants of Queen Chrysalis found in these woods must be destroyed.
Right after the attack led by Zecora, you can see Fluttershy's silhouette, stabbing a changeling with her spear. Not to mention Zecora likely died with that magical blast directly hitting her. We're glad to see it was an alternate timeline, because if not, this would have been the end of the Resistance right then and there.
What a lovely village you've chosen to stage your little resistance.
Number 6. The Mirror Pool. There were a lot of dark animations and images after the episode Too Many Pinkie Pies, mainly because of the huge process needed to exterminate the old clones. Not only were the clones slightly creepier than the original Pinkie Pie, but the test itself was terrifying. And when you fail, it results in magical death. What if they got the wrong one? And just when you think they sealed the entrance and it's all resolved, there was one last Pinkie Pie clone in Manhattan. So many questions, so little answers.
Making copies of yourself always sounds like a great idea, but before you know it, you're locked in a room with 50 Pinkie Pies watching paint dry.
Number 5. Trixie's suicide attempt. This was the episode where Trixie got her very first friend in Starlight. She was very happy. They planned to work together on a trick that was extremely dangerous. Both Trixie and Starlight knew this.
I guess that would work, but if you made one mistake, I'd be a goner.
Right before the stunt, Trixie lost Starlight as a friend and was completely heartbroken, but still chooses to carry on with the stunt, fully aware that it was very likely to kill her. She gave one last plea for Starlight to save her before she fired the cannon, given only 2 options. Either she's saved by Starlight, or she dies alone.
Let's be great and powerful together. Please?
This may not have been intentional by the writing staff, but it really seemed this way. Number 4. Garble killing ponies. This may not count, since it was only a fantasy by Twilight Sparkle, and Spike acknowledges that everyone is acting very out of character.
Then again, not all dragons like ponies as much as Ember does.
When meeting with Garble, he was completely dismissive of the fact that ponies aren't fireproof.
What are we diving into?
Lava!
What?
We didn't get to see what happens, but with the danger the Dragonlands have and practice, there are many accidents that can lead to serious injury, or even death. Twilight considering this area for a pony is an extremely dangerous idea.
I got it! I'll cast a spell to make them stop eating all the food!
Number 3. Changing Parasprites' appetites. Parasprites. These cute abominations could possibly be the most dangerous creature in the show. These creatures multiply at an incredibly high rate, are constantly hungry, and have no visible repellent or extermination method. They ate food and starved the town. But when an inexperienced Twilight cast an appetite-altering spell, it did not do what Twilight was hoping.
Hey! It worked! They're not eating the food anymore.
Oh no.
Number 2. Pinkie Pie is carnivorous. There are a few things that aren't cleared up about My Little Pony. Why they have cows and sheep and treat them like livestock, when they both have the ability to talk. Farms like Applejack's feed and treat animals much differently from Fluttershy and her animal sanctuary. But our worst suspicions have come true for a single line.
I'm not sure how ketchup is gonna help her in this contest. Now, in a hot dog eating contest, it can make them doggies nice and slippery, but personally I prefer mustard. How about you, Spike?
Pinkie Pie describes a winning tactic for hot dog eating, implying ponies do indeed eat pork or livestock. Hopefully this was an overlooked detail, and they're actually just hay hot dogs or something. Because if that was true, then what they're doing is borderline cannibalistic. Before the number 1 pick, let's take a quick look at a few dark but honorable mentions.
Throw me another rope!
You got bits?
Wait!
Also, before, we would like to give a quick shout out to this week's guest narrator.
Hey there, Bootyfuls, Goodiest Serenade here, and I would like to thank our friends over at WatchPony for the opportunity to narrate this top 10 list. I narrate a wide variety of fanfic readings over on my channel. My current ongoing project is a fully casted dramatic reading of Silent Ponyville 4. Many stories on my channel are of the dark and horror variety, but we also keep things light with a fair bit of rom-com and gaming livestreams. I'm also on twitch.tv/Goodiest Serenade, where I stream live narrations every week and stream video games on weekends. And now, without further ado, number 1, Swamp Fever. taking the #1 spot is possibly the scariest sickness that no one cares about.
Fortunately, very little is known about the disease.
The reason no one cares is the reason it's so terrifying.
I'm sorry, Zecora. It's a lot to take in. I'll leave you two to discuss.
When ponies get swamp fever, they turn into the very trees that made them sick. Mage Meadowbrook had to find a cure to this when her whole town got sick. She found a cure, but it was lost again until present time. We see many trees in the beginning of the episode, and there's no telling how many of those trees used to be ponies. Seeing how contagious and fast it goes on to turn ponies into trees, this was quite possibly the most dangerous sickness in Equestria.
Swamp fever.
Until now. Do you agree with our list?
Yeah, totally.
What moment made you think twice about this show? Let us know in the comments. But for more top 10s posted every week, be sure to subscribe and check out WatchPony.com for more.
Thank you for watching, and again, a big shout out to our guest narrator, Goody Serenade. Be sure to check his channel out, and you may now look away.
Rainbow Dash!
Here you go!